Hey, everybody. I just wanted to say hi, come online, and talk a little bit today well, first of all, those of you that really don't know who I am, I have a lot of new friends on my Facebook page. I live in Wisconsin with my husband and my two daughters, and my daughters are 9 and 16. And I've lived in Wisconsin my whole life, and I have a background in sales and management, and I also have a background as a traditional business owner. But I wanted to talk a little bit about why in today's economy you cannot afford to not have a digital business or some online or side hustle. You just can't. So I put together some reasons about why you really need to do something for yourself. So the first reason is jobs. Jobs are being replaced every day by automation. A prime example, and we see it, when you're out in the retail, Walmart, all the McDonald's in my area are recently remodeling, and have the kiosks now where you just order at those, and they don't even have people standing behind the counter anymore. Same thing as Walmart. They used to have this little section of self-service counters, and they're remodeling our Walmart. Now they have self-service counters. They have more of those than they do actual cashiers. So years ago, they started this trend in manufacturing, and so many manufacturing jobs now are automated. They just don't need the people to work these jobs anymore. So jobs are being replaced. That is one of the first reasons that you really need to think about starting a digital business. The second one is a really, really big one, and we don't think about this one. It's the cost of inflation. The cost of living is getting astronomical. The inflation, some people have never, they know that that's the rise of price in goods. So I actually looked up the definition, and inflation is the rate at which prices of goods and services rise. Well, I did a little bit more research, and the rate of inflation is 3 to 4% every single year. So that means that our prices on goods and services are doubling every 20 years. So a prime example of that is when I was growing up, my parents owned a chain of gas stations. When I got my first car, and most of you can relate to this, is that gas costs 99 cents a gallon. I'm not that old. Gas was 99 cents a gallon when my parents ran gas stations. And I remember when it first went over $1, it was like, oh my God, it was the end of the world. And here it was, in 2008, when the economy really downturned, it was $5 a gallon here in Wisconsin. So you got to remember, I'm from Wisconsin. So when I was growing up, gas was at 99 cents. If you're in California, it was probably very different. But now look at gas in Wisconsin. It's almost $3 a gallon. So it has risen dramatically. The cost of homes, the cost of just your daily living, electricity, utilities, TV. Look at what we pay for TV nowadays. We didn't pay for TV when I was growing up. So the cost of living is crazy. So just wanted to have you drop a 3 in the comments if you have experienced this. You've seen it firsthand where the cost of living is really affected your household. But the question I have for you is, does your income double every 20 years? So 20 years ago, if you were making 50 grand, are you making 100 grand today? Some people can say yes because they've worked their way up the ladder in their jobs or whatnot. But a lot of people cannot say that. So if your income isn't going with inflation, what's happening? Your income really becomes less and less because you're paying more for goods and services. So your extra income that you would have had to do fun things or just save for retirement, you don't have that anymore because you're spending it on your daily expenses. So that is my reason number 2 for starting a digital business. Reason number 3, and I talk to a lot of these people every single day. They have a job, but they struggle paying their bills and keeping a roof over their head and feeding their family. And, you know, that kind of goes back to inflation. Or maybe some of these people didn't go to college. So, you know, they take these minimum wage jobs, but now their minimum wage job maybe at McDonald's is being replaced because of automation. So you really need something on the side to offset the income that you're either losing or because you're now paying for some of those things that you weren't paying for before. So really just to keep your bills paid and to give you some breathing room to make sure that your family has everything that they need could be a great reason for starting an online business or a digital business. So if that's you and you're really struggling and you're looking for something, you know, drop me a 4 in the comments. And I'd love to reach out to you and help you put a plan together. My next reason for starting a digital business might just be simply to pay off debt. Millions and millions of people, and not just Americans, millions of people around the world really struggle with debt. Credit card debt, car loans, house mortgages, double and triple mortgages on your home, just consolidation debt. So they take all these credit cards and they consolidate them together, but what happens then they charge up their credit cards some more. So now they have credit card debt and consolidation debt. So you have tons of debt. So if your wage stays the same, but the cost of living continues to go up, so now you have this debt, how are you going to get that paid off? So again, another great reason to start a digital business. And the last reason that I'm going to talk about today is if you don't have some sort of a home-based business, you are at the mercy of the government and how you pay taxes. As a side business or even being your own boss and you're self-employed, you now determine how your taxes get paid. You get a lot of tax write-offs. And you can save a lot of money with just tax deductions. And this is something that I also teach people through another business opportunity that I have. So you can get some of that money back. We also teach how to pay off your debt faster. So those are some things that we can certainly help with. And did you know that if you have a home-based business, you can pay your children between the ages of 16 and 17 a salary, and you can write that off and not have to pay taxes on that? So there's a lot of great reasons for starting a home-based business or a digital marketing business. You know, there's another reason that I'm thinking about starting a digital business is because I've done a lot of network marketing in my past. And I like the digital business because I'm not dealing with products and services. I'm not stocking products and I'm not shipping products. You know, some people have e-commerce stores and that's great and they do really, really well. That dealing with products just isn't for me. So I like having everything very and out on the internet. And of course, the internet is the way everything is going. There's millions and millions of people online every day. And there's a little piece of money for everybody. So there is a lot of money to be made online. And so you can't afford to not start a business today. So let's kind of recap. So jobs are being replaced by automation. The cost of living is skyrocketing. And your income doesn't skyrocket. When I was working for somebody else, there were probably 5 years where they had wage freezes and they were laying people off like crazy and nobody was getting a raise. So I'm going to keep working and I'm not going to get compensated for it. So cost of inflation. The third reason is to really just, you know, give yourself some breathing room if you're struggling to just pay your everyday bills. Life shouldn't be like that. Life should be enjoyable. And so that's another reason. Even if you're making an extra $100 a week, what would that do for you? Maybe you don't need $10,000 a month, but think about it in these terms. What would an extra $100 a week do for your family? I bet you it would help, you know, feed your kids or take them, it's back to school now. How many of you have to take your kids school shopping? That's an extra expense every year that people are sticking on their credit cards, and now they have that debt to pay off. So my fourth reason was to pay off debt. And my last reason was you have a lot of tax options if you are working a digital business. So I'd love to hear from everybody. Put some comments in there, show me some love. So again, if you're watching this live, drop a 1 in the comments. And if you watch the recording later, put hashtag replay. And I hope I get to talk with everybody soon, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And hi, everybody who joined me live. I can see you. Sorry, I didn't shout out because I tend to get distracted and unfocused easily. So anyways, have a great day. Thanks, everybody.